Welcome back, class, to another session here for eCompanion training. Today we're going to be looking at how to make a video podcast for your classes. A video podcast is basically what you're looking at right now. I have a presentation and I have a little picture of me in the bottom right corner there, and that's what I'm going to be showing you how to make today. The steps in order to do this: you're obviously going to need to have some materials ready. You're going to have some software and hardware ready. Then you will record your session, and then you can upload it to someplace like YouTube, which is what I'll be showing you how to do today. It's a very simple process. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is to get our materials ready. You're going to need to create any of the materials that you're using. You'll note right now I'm using a presentation. And I had to create that before I started doing the recording. You will need to get together any of the materials, any of the software sites, any of the audio or visual that you want them to record, that you want to show your students in the recording. All that should be ready and ready to go. So right now I have set up some websites as well that I'm going to show you. But all those things needed to be set up beforehand, and you're going to want to do that when you're going to create a video podcast. You need to have your materials ready. After you're done doing that, you're going to need to set up your hardware and your software. Now, obviously, you need to make sure that you have the hardware. Your hardware is a typical laptop. It has a webcam that'll allow you to have a picture. Nink. And you're also going to need a microphone and recording software in order to record everything. The recording software is, all of it is open source software. You're going to be using VideoLAN, you're going to be using Camstudio, and you're going to be using Window on top. All of these softwares do not cost anything. They are open source, and for those of you who don't know, open source software is software that is free to use. There is no cost involved, free to download, free to distribute to anyone and their brother. And you can even open up the software and look inside it at the actual code that is in there. An example of some open source software would be something like Firefox, Mozilla's Firefox. It's open source and it runs on Mac, Windows, and Linux. It actually runs on Android now also. So you're going to want to go get this software and install it. So here's some of the software and some of the places where you can get it. For example, the Window on Top software is software that you get from this SkyBN website. Window on Top software is the software that you use to force a window to stay on top. You see where my mouse is? I'm going to click right now, and yet even though I'm clicking and I'm selecting on that window, the window down here where my face is still visible. It doesn't hide. It's being forced on top of all the other windows, and that's what Window on Top will do. It'll force that one window to stay on top. Alright, other software that we'll be using is VideoLAN, and VideoLAN is software that captures your webcam. But VideoLAN is actually, the VLC media player is actually a powerful media player. It plays music, it plays video, it streams off of the web. It's available on Mac, Windows, and Linux. It's got hundreds of different codexes so that you can play virtually anything, and it's free. You don't have to pay for it. It's a wonderful piece of software. Anytime I set up a computer, I put one of those on. Last piece of software you'll need is something called Camstudio, and Camstudio will capture your desktop and record the information that's on there. Okay, so that's all the software that you would need. You would need to download that stuff and put it on your computer. Once it's installed, you can then use it. Now, I typically do all of my work on a Linux computer, but for this example, I wanted to show you how to do this on a Windows computer. So now I'm going to be going over to the Windows side, and we'll see if we can't try to set this up over there. Okay, this is my Windows box, and from here, we're going to try to set up the things that we need. Now, as I mentioned before, I mentioned that we need my materials, and here are my materials. This is from a lesson that I was creating. And I'm not recording anything here yet. I need to set that up. In order to do that, as you see, I need this software, these three pieces here. Here's the window on top software, the Camstudio, and the the VLC media player. I'm going to use these in order to set up the system. First thing I'll do is I'll turn on my video. And I'll turn on my video player, and I have to select where the media is coming from. Bear in mind, this is a media player. So normally it plays a DVD or it plays a CD. In this case, however, I can also say open a capture device. And this will be able to open a capture device. I'm going to do direct show, which means show me directly whatever is being shown off the camera. And I'll just press play, and that'll start the camera. And that's all I have to do now is press this little button right here, and then I'll be able to see what's going on. So now I'm being recorded. You can see now as I look over at this camera, you can see me talking into the camera. Everything's working, right? Okay. After I do this now, I want to set this up so that it looks nicer, and I want to be able to put it on top. I want the minimalist interface if I can do that. Okay, so I'm going to make this kind of smaller so that it fits in my window. I'm going to put it right here. Now, if I leave it there and I click, it's going to go behind. I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to turn on this window on top software. Let me double click on this, and now what does it say? It says drag the hand to the window that you want on top. So I'm going to grab this little hand, I'm going to drag it to my desktop, and okay, so now it has been set, and I should be able to click anywhere and it doesn't show, right? Alright, now that I have these two set up, now I can set up my Camstudio. Okay, I've got my materials set up, I have a screen set up so that I can see what's happening, and now I'm going to turn on Camstudio. So let's turn on Camstudio. Let me shut off this extra picture here so we don't have to look at me twice. Okay. So I'm going to turn on Camstudio. There we go. There's the Camstudio window that I want. Now, I've got a couple options that are in here. One is region. How do I want to do this? Do I want a fixed region? No, I just want to have a certain region. I want to select the area. Okay. I have also options in video. Right now it says do not record audio. Well, I want to record. I record from the microphone. Okay, so I went into the options and looked there, right? And when I'm done here, I'm going to record. Notice that I'm recording to AVI right here. That's all I need to do now is click the record button, select the area that I want, and I'll start recording. Okay, I'm going to click on this button here. It's going to ask me for a section that I want to record. I'm going to block an area. And once the area is picked, it's going to start recording. Okay, so it's recording right now as I talk. And all I need to do is when I'm done recording, that's all I have to do now is go over here to the stop button, and it will make a copy of what it is that I recorded. Okay, so I'm going to click the stop button here, and it'll save it and open up a window, ask me where to save this. Okay, so I'm going to pick a location to save this at. Let's just call this, for now, let's just call this test. And let's save this on the desktop. And it's called test, and I'm done with that. Okay, now you'll see that it showed up here. And I can stop my video recording here, because I don't want to record my face anymore since I'm done. Right, now that's gone. Okay, put me back here on this side. Okay, so you see that this now works. I can open this up now, and you'll be able to hear. Okay, so it's recording right now as I talk. And all I need to do is when I'm done recording, that's all I have to do now is go over here to the stop button, and it will make a copy of what it is that I recorded. Okay, so you now see how this works. Okay, I've used the Camstudio to pick a section of the screen and then record that section. And that's the main part that you want to get done. Once it's done, you can then upload it to a YouTube site. Now, in order to use YouTube, you will have to have a YouTube account. This is what I use, YouTube. Okay, so you go to YouTube and you need to sign in. If you're not a member, you need to create an account. Okay, and I believe if you're a Google member, you already have an account. And the easiest thing to do, once the video is made, and it's made to the way that you like it, you simply go here to the upload button and upload it. And after it uploads, you will be able to put in information about it. So for example, here's one of the videos that I made earlier. Here's the video. I can put in a title. I can put in descriptions, okay? I can put in privacy. Notice that this one's hidden. I can give it a license and a category. You can make this a Creative Commons license, which basically means you allow anybody to use this free of charge, and you simply want the credit for having created it. So you can create your own materials, put them up on YouTube. And the other thing that you can do is go into some of the more advanced settings as far as location and date. And then, of course, when you actually click on, oh, there's other things up here that you can do that I don't often do. You can do enhancements. You can do annotations. You can put in captions. Okay? So just as we did over here, you can go on and create your stuff. But after it's made, you go and upload it, and you can add extra captions and annotations to it. The last thing that you'll do, oh, here's where I want to be. The last thing that you'll do is you'll come to this main page where you view it, and you will find here there's a little share button. Okay, and you go to the share button and you click share, and you'll see here's an embedded code. You can get a bigger embed right here. So this is what I copy. I take this, I copy this, and I paste it into my eCollege websites, like you've seen on the other ones where you would embed a video into a page. You'll do the same thing, only the thing you're embedding is the video that you just made. Okay? So again, you go to the video, you go to your site, you go to the video manager, and you upload. Just click the upload button, find the video you want to upload, and upload it. It's that simple. Okay? Let's see here. So after we do the recording, again, you want to review it, make sure it's okay, you upload it, and then you link it to the course. I do hope this was helpful to you all. If you do have any questions, of course, you can look at this again, or you can ask me for some questions. You all have a nice day.